Hello, my name is Tronus, and welcome back to another Memento Nobis video. It's nice to see you again, and today we're going to be making avocado ice cream 3 ways, because lockdown has just made a mess of my mind, and there's going to be 2 types of methods when we make this ice cream. One method is going to be vegan, while the other 2 methods are going to be non-vegan, and we're going to see if the vegan one is better. And also, one of them is from a supermarket, the other 2 are from professional chefs, and so yeah, and also one of them's American, the other 2 are, but you get the point. Okay, it's a 2-to-1 ratio for whatever you can think of. So let's crack on with the recipes, but those ingredients have to come from somewhere. So it's time for the Tronus shopping spree with Tronus, featuring Tronus, made by Tronus, directed, but you get the point. Tesco Extra. Are you taking your mask off in a supermarket, in a public space?
No, I need a face ID.
Wear your masks. Let me do this one here. Okay. Editing Tronus here. Here we have all of our ingredients from our little shopping spree. Let's lay them out onto neat little trays. Each tray represents 1 recipe. We have 3 recipes, one from Tesco, Jamie Oliver and Martha Stewart. Given that we got all of our ingredients from Tesco, why not start with Tesco's first? Now before we start, I do have to tell you that we did actually halve all these recipes so that we don't get too much of it in case we don't like it and it becomes a waste. For the unhalved version of this recipe, Tesco says first of all to take 2 ripe avocados and to halve them and de-stone them. Then you take out your blender before realizing that you actually have to get some lime juice first, so you juice a lime to get 1 tablespoon of lime juice. I got a feeling, Tronus, that you're juicing too much of the lime there, and you're also taking way too long to juice it because you're just squishing it at this point, you're bullying it. Afterwards, combine the lime juice, the avocados, and also 400 grams of sweetened condensed milk as well as a pinch of salt into the blender, and then you blend them until it's all completely smooth. It should form a smooth paste, and after this, set it aside in a different bowl. And once you're done, take 600 milliliters of double cream and whip them in a bowl until they're all whipped and smooth and fluffy and creamy. And once you realize that whisking with your hand is way too hard, you enslave your little brother to get you an electronic hand whisk and tell him that if he doesn't do it, you'll sell everything that he has ever loved and owned. Afterwards, it's much easier to get that cream into a whipped, fluffy, creamy stage. Oh my god, I hate talking that quickly. Why did I do this to myself? And then get your little brother to move the camera to the left as revenge for you saying that you'll sell everything he's ever owned. And then once you're done, prepare to show your whisk to your camera to show all that creamy goodness. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Well done, Tronus, for your amazing cooking skills. Then yell at your little brother for 5 minutes to try and find out if he actually did it or if your other little brother did it. Then get your avocado mixture, fold it into the whipped cream until it's all completely smooth and homogeneous. I'm starting to think that this camera thing is not actually my little brother, but just my stand being really weird. Once you're done mixing in all of the ingredients, pour it into a box that you know is not going to fit in the freezer, but you took it out and you just poured everything in it and you don't want to wash another box, so you do it anyway. Now throw it in the freezer. I didn't actually do that because my grandma would yell at me if I actually threw anything into the freezer. And the next recipe belongs to Jamie Oliver, infamous for his failed recreation of an egg fried rice. He says to juice an entire lemon and an entire lime, as well as scrape out the vanilla seeds of 2 vanilla pods. Does he think we're all millionaires or something? We can't afford 2 vanilla pods to make ice cream. I calm down. I did forget to get vanilla at the supermarket, and so I didn't actually use any vanilla. Time to adjust the camera. Oh look, it's my laptop. I'm trying to move it so that you can't actually see my laptop. Well, this position looks kind of cool. Bring your pan to a medium-high heat and then add 200 grams of sugar as well as your vanilla seeds and your juice. And then you proceed to remember several minutes later that you have to actually add the zest of the lemon and the lime. Tronus? Yes, thank you. Zest and the lemon and the lime, add it into your sugar mixture, then wait for the sugar to completely melt. But don't leave your wooden spoon lying in the pan like that. Then once it's completely melted, pour it into a glass bowl and leave it to chill. My tip for chilling is to get an enormous glass bowl that is bigger than the glass bowl that you got your thing in, or another bowl. Fill it with cold water and then put your hot bowl inside the bowl with the cold water. and then you just leave it so they can cool down quicker. Afterwards, take your 4 ripe avocados, halve them, de-stone them and scoop out their flesh, and then throw the flesh into the blender with 500 milliliters of whole milk and also your syrup. If you didn't know, syrup is just a fancy way of saying boiled sugar, which in this case is the boiled sugar that we made with the lemon and lime juice and zest. Then blend it until it's a smooth, well, to quote Jamie Oliver himself, smoothie, and then pour it into a box that you again know is way too large to fit in the freezer, but you do it anyway. And now it's time for Martha Stewart's recipe. By the way, for this I kept it in imperial units because I really cannot be bothered to change them into metric. It's just all so confusing and frustrating. Take 2 ripe avocados and halve them, de-stone them and scoop out their flesh, you know the drill by now. Take half a lemon, or in this case a whole lemon because I couldn't remember, and de-juice them. De-juice them, is that even a word? You meant to take out their zest as well, but I don't think you did that, Tronus. And then combine everything into a blender along with 3/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, 13.5 ounces of coconut milk, your grated lemon zest and lemon juice, and also a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which is apparently optional. I don't know what it does to the ice cream, but my mum wasn't willing to waste money on something that she knows I will never use ever again. Put your mixture into a box and then put it in the freezer. And now it's time to taste test. This is 2 days later, and here we have our ice cream bowls, ice cream scoop, and a bowl of warm water to ensure that the ice cream scoop can easily scoop out the ice cream. First of all, let's try to scoop out the Martha Stewart one. Tronus, you seem to be having a little bit of trouble there. You want some help? When I scooped out this ice cream, it was actually more like trying to scoop out water ice than actual ice cream. I think this is because there was so much water in it because of the coconut milk. We didn't actually use, cow's full fat milk, and so we used coconut milk because that's what the recipe said. Of course, I think that's what made it so watery. Next up is Jamie Oliver's. Jamie Oliver's wasn't as bad as Martha Stewart's, but it was kind of like a half watery, half ice cream-like consistency. I may have scooped it everywhere. I'm sorry to mum and my grandma, please don't kill me. And then, after you finish wiping your table and your chair, and you finish serving up your ice cream, take out your Tesco ice cream. This ice cream was the one that looked the most like ice cream. You can see here it's much paler compared to the other ones, and it actually scooped like real ice cream. I think this is because we whipped up that cream, if you remember, the cream with the electric hand whisk, and then we folded it in with the avocado mixture as well, so that's probably what made it so creamy and fluffy. Anyway, time for my brother to taste test. So we have all 3 ice creams here. We have my brother who's going to try them out. He's going to say which one is the best. Are you excited?
Kinda.
Okay. So this is the first one. I'm going to try it with you because that's fun. What do you think?
This one's good.
It's creamy.
It's like avocados.
Yeah. But it's also like, it's like that type of ice cream that makes your tongue dry.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the second one. This one's like a bit more like ice, like. What do you think about this one?
Tastes more like avocado than this one.
And then this one tastes a bit more like sorbet.
Yeah.
You can see there's like a color difference as well. This is the creamier one, this is the sorbet-like one. This is the last one. It's actually melted a little bit. So this is gonna be fun. This one is just sorbet. It's just melted sorbet. What did you think about this one? Because it's
not really.
It's really melted a bit, so it's not.
I don't really like that one.
What do you not like about it?
I don't know. It's just like it tastes different from the usual ice cream.
I mean, the avocado ice cream.
It tastes different from these two.
I mean, okay, this one is a vegan one though.
Oh.
These two are not vegan. That's probably why. This one uses coconut milk, and I think it's because there wasn't enough fat in it. That's why it's so watery. Because if you look back in the video, the mixture for this was really watery. So yeah. So which one do you think was your favorite?
This.
And that one was the Jamie Oliver.
Oh.
So this one was Tesco, Jamie Oliver, and Martha Stewart. So which one was the worst one?
Martha Stewart's.
Big F to Martha Stewart. And so there we have it. According to my little brother, Jamie Oliver's ice cream was the best, which really took me by surprise because he doesn't like Jamie Oliver. And I told him to took the ice creams to my mum, and she said that she liked Tesco's ones the best. My grandma's diabetic, so she can't have any, and my other little brother, was not in the mood for ice cream at all. My dad is a really big fan of ice cream, but he took one look at the avocados I was using and he left the house. Literally, he was gone for hours. I think he thought it was like a disease carrier or something. Anyway, time for the outro. Well, that was fun. I think trying all the different ice creams, these two turned out to be much better than this one. It's all melted now. Because this was the only vegan one. So is that saying something about vegan ice cream? We don't know. So thanks for watching. And until next time, keep in mind, we were there. Memento Nobis.